Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing this, the Reebok Floatride 3. Right, thanks very much for joining us for another review. This has been a really exciting shoe to put some miles in, the new Floatride 3. Mainly because I think this is more in the budget shoe category, and this has been delivering some impressive results so far. But before we get into that, I just want to give a little shout out to all of my followers on Instagram, because I put this out on my stories the other day, searching for some more budget shoes. We've got some exciting things coming up here soon, and this is what a lot of you guys and girls said to get in for a review. So yeah, thank you very much. And also to add, I bought this shoe 100% with my money on the Reebok website to give you the completely unbiased 100% honest review to help you out. So as usual with these reviews, we'll talk about some facts and figures first, and then we'll talk about the likes. There's quite a lot of them, and some dislikes. There's always going to be some of those. And then we'll talk about if it's going into my rotation and some other sort of, conclusions at the end. So right, let's sit back, relax. Let's start with the facts and figures. Right guys, so weight-wise, this is coming in at 314 grams for me here in my UK size 12, which was a lovely size. It was true to size for me. Really nice fit at that. So that is probably a little bit on the lighter end as this type of everyday shoe goes. The drop is 9mm between the back of the shoe and the front of the shoe, and I would classify this very much, although it doesn't say anywhere, as a neutral shoe. There's not too much support here on the inside. There's no carbon plates of any description in this type of shoe, and yeah, as you can see with my sort of playing around with the shoe there, it's not the stiffest of shoes either. Price wise, this is a very good price here in the UK. This is coming in at £75. That is offering tremendous value for money, and as we'll talk about in a bit, it's easier to find it for a lot cheaper than that. In terms of where you'd be using a shoe, this is again very much a road shoe. Perfect for doing your marathon training, your half marathon, your 5Ks and your 10Ks. I wouldn't want to be doing anything much longer in this type of shoe, but yeah, for those type of distances on the road, be good. Some light trails, got some good traction on the bottom of the shoe as well. So yeah, you're going to be okay on some, as I say, light sort of summertime trails. The ride, it's quite a plush ride. It's very squishy, very soft, perfect for those easy runs. In terms of width wise, it's not the widest of shoe. If you someone that has a wider foot, I would probably tend to look elsewhere. Absolutely fine for me, sort of regular sort of width, but yeah, you're not getting a lot of width there across the front of the shoe. And finally, in terms of if you're a heel striker, midfoot, forefoot striker, I think this shoe is going to be fine for everybody in that sort of category. Right guys, just quickly before we get in, question of the day. What is your favorite budget friendly shoe? Have you been surprised by anything out there? Have you got the Reebok Floatride 3? Did you have the 2? What are your favorite budget shoe options? Share some ideas down below, help each other out, and maybe I'll get some of them in for a review coming up as well. Right, let's start with the positives. The first one has got to be comfort. This is one of the most comfortable shoes I've ever put on my feet, and amazing at this price as well. I just went around 20k, put it on, went around 20k without really thinking about it. I was just going along. Sometimes when a product is really that good, you just don't think about it. It's just there doing its job, and it's not annoying you, and that's what really was the case here. The upper just really hugs your foot down nicely, no slipping around at all. You can get a really good heel lock down there. Again, no slip, no blisters, no hot spots. Really nice breathable sort of mesh here as well. It's really cold here in the UK at the moment, so overheating is not a problem. But if you are out in hotter conditions, and when we get some hotter conditions, really nice and breathable, good airflow through the shoe. I've really got nothing bad to say about how comfortable this shoe is. So the second point has got to be value. This shoe is incredible value at £75. I actually think I paid around £60 for this, just going onto the Reebok website, and a thing comes up saying sign up and we'll give you 20% off or something like that. And the voucher came through, processed, and here you go, about £60 worth of shoe. That is incredible for what this shoe is delivering. In terms of how it's worn so far, I've done about 60, 70k in this shoe so far. No sign of any wear at all on the bottom of the shoe. yeah, it's really holding up super, super well. And I think from reading some of the other reviews online, you should be getting at least sort of 600, 700, 800 Ks out of this shoe. No problem at all. This shoe is going to last just as long as the shoes in the 130, 140 pound price bracket, but you can buy 2.5 pairs for the same price. It really is a fantastic value, maybe the best value running shoe I've ever come across. Moving on to the third positive, has got to be this midsole cushion and the responsiveness you're getting out of the midsole here in this shoe. All speeds, easy speed, tempo speed, half marathon speed, doing your strides and your 5K repeats, whatever it is, this shoe is delivering at all those different types of speed. It's really soft and squishy and lovely when you want to go nice and slow on your easy days, but then when you want to turn the screw and running a little bit faster, again, it's delivering, it feels nice and responsive. It's just a joy to run in. So yeah, I've been really, really surprised with how this midsole has felt on pretty much every run I've been on so far. Right, let's move on to the negatives. The first one is this slight instability with the shoe when you are cornering quite fast. So if you're a park runner, for example, maybe going around a lot of sharp turns in the park quite fast, and yet it just doesn't have that stability that some of the more impressive, some of the more higher price shoes have. There's no plate or anything in this to keep that nice and stable. As I said earlier on, it's just very malleable. It just doesn't have that stability here to stop it moving around when you're going around corners. It's not the biggest issue. Most of the time we're running in a pretty much straight line, but if you've got some sharp corners, yeah, your ankles just feel like the ankle's just going a little bit, and it just doesn't have that stiffness that you'd like to see. But it's a very minor point, but I thought we'd better bring it up anyway. And my final negative is the kind of, it's a bit of a hard one. So it's really not the prettiest shoe, should we say? Is that all right? Sorry, saying that to you when you're right here. It's not the prettiest shoe. The colorways are a little bit dull and unimaginative. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion. What do you think? Do you like this? Yeah, this blue is actually not too bad. It is a budget shoe. They're not going to be investing in like all those type of things to make these shoes look fantastic. But as aside from that, it does everything else so well. And I'm struggling for negatives with this shoe. Right, overall, as this shoe going to be going into my rotation, very much so. I've really enjoyed it. I've got no qualms at all in adding it into my rotation. I'm personally going to be using this just as a general mileage shoe. I'm training for around about a 2:25, 2:30 marathon at the moment, and I'm really enjoy putting this on for those easy and recovery days when I just want to grab something. You know, I've had this in as well as a £135 New Balance 1080 version 11. The review of this is coming up soon. This is the shoe I've been grabbing. I really don't mind saying that. You know, you can buy 2 of these for the price of this one, and this is the shoe I'll be grabbing because it's just fun to run in. It just puts a smile on your face. It's exciting. It wants to go out and play. Really enjoying using this shoe so far. So very much it's going into the rotation. Is it going to be right for you? Well, if you're just looking for that everyday, good, honest value shoe, it's going to be perfect. And I really would struggle to recommend anything at various different price points. But the price, if you're getting this for £60, it is just amazing value. So I very much, it is becoming very highly recommended. As I say, really sort of struggle to think of much negative to say about a shoe. Of course, it's not going to be anything in races like something like a £260 Nike Alpha. It's not trying to be something like that. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in for another review. It's been great to catch up for a few minutes. We've got loads more content coming up on the channel about my own training and some more reviews as well. Stay tuned for the New Balance review coming up very soon. Please check out the hats and the buffs on the website. Perfect for keeping yourself nice and warm in these wintry conditions at the moment. Thank you very much to the Patreon supporters and everybody here making this happen. So for me, Sarah and Kiki around as well, we wish you all the best with your running and we'll see you in the next one.